Laurie, his daughter, is next.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I wanted to start, and I know I have my phone, and that's pretty mean of doing that, but everything I have to read is on here. I wanted to start with an email that I got this morning from a dear friend of ours, Geoffrey. And he wanted to speak, and I was going to do the WhatsApp thing and have him on a speaker, but he said that he's too teary-eyed and can't do it. So I promised I would read this. It's from Geoffrey, who is, we met in Turkey. He was over at our place many times, and now is in South Africa. So he says, "It was with great sadness that I heard of the passing of Ross a month ago. Whilst I had been aware that he had been ill for some time, it is never easy to say final goodbye. My condolences to you, Pauline, and the girls, and to the rest of the family and friends. I remember with the greatest happiness the first time I met the Campbell family in 1973 in Istanbul, Turkey, whilst I was involved in the asphalt surfacing to the Bosphorus Bridge. What developed after this has been great friendship. The Campbell family spending Christmas in the UK when you left Turkey, my visiting Canada to attend Barbara's wedding, followed by another trip in 1982 when I flew from Hong Kong on my way home to the UK, and recently having Danella visiting me in South Africa, along with many, many transatlantic telephone calls. I also have the fondest memory of Pauline's spaghetti bolognese and taking the girls to the British Embassy cinema evenings. People who did not know me too well, I introduced the girls as my daughters. There have been countless other times that the Campbell family have given me joy, and as I write this message, I'm in tears. My love to all of you on this sad day, Pauline, Barbara, Janet, LaurieAnn, Danella, and family. Love to you all again, Geoffrey Bentham and family, Durban, South Africa. So that was from him. It was very lovely to receive that. And then I wrote something, and it wasn't easy. I think I wrote it 20 times, and I decided to heck with it. I'm just going to finish this now. So I put that there was, it's one thing about Dad and his poems. Dad loved poems, and I remember the one that really impacted me was when he was 16, and his teacher told him to write a 3-page essay because he was staring at the floor, not paying attention. But Dad, in lieu of that, he wrote a poem. Now, I'm not going to read it all, but I love the first part of it where it says, "If you perchance have failed to gaze upon the fascinating maze of floorboards, you've missed a sight that's only lovely in the night." And then he finishes it, "Now can you see how interesting a floor may be?" The teacher was quite impressed with that, and instead of going back to him and saying, "Ross, you didn't do your 3 pages," wrote him a poem back. And the end line of that one is, "And I must that you do as your fellow sufferers do, sit firmly in your selected seat, floors fitly furnish a place for feet." This is one of the poems I learnt by heart, but I'll tell you something, Dad was full of limericks and silly jokes and rhymes. Janet and I were talking about that, the one of the pig and the buttermilk, and the purple cow, and Betty bought some butter. These are things that we learned from Dad that never went away. For all the people that I randomly came across that worked with him at Nortel when they found out that my father was there, I only got such amazing praise, and they would even ask me if they would please let Dad know, "Thank you very much for all your help." I was so proud of that. But even more so as a father and having 4 daughters, that was not easy. And he was always there to support us. Dad, he's my mentor, he's a friend, gentleman, and I love this, a friend of mine said, in the true sense of the word, a man of compassion and wisdom. I can't express how much there's going to be an empty spot there. But the biggest thing, too, is I want to say that throughout his life, Dad fought, he competed, but he did it for a purpose for his family. But the true love story is, I have never seen a man fight for his life, for his wife. And it was beautiful, and I thank him for that. I love you, Mom, and I love you, Dad. And that's my speech. And then now I would like to introduce a I know that unfortunately Aunt Jean, Dad's sister, couldn't be here today, but we have somebody who is going to be representing her, and I thank you so much, Michael, if you can please come up here.